Hey guys, wanted to give you a real quick tip on this type of washer. There's a few different surnames, but they're all made by Whirlpool. They all look just like this. This one's the Amana surname. And what had happened with it, it's not draining. It will not drain the water out. So I want to show you real quick, one of the most common things that happens is clothing will fall down to where the pump is and get stuck. Now I'm going to show you the easy method that you don't have to take the tub out for, and you can't go underneath on the bottom and pull things out like you used to be able to do with the old machines, because the area where the bottom of the tub is, where the water drains out, it has some plastic inserts that keep things from being able to actually come through into the pump, and it's a way to protect the pump. However, it kind of sucks if you only have like a baby sock or something in the way and you can't reach up in there and just pull it out, because it'd be a lot easier to access from the bottom. Now here's step one on is that what the issue is. If we look up under here, you see that discoloration right above the pump there? If that were clear plastic, kind of like, that's not exactly clear, but you can actually don't see what's blocking the way. That should be clear. If you took a flashlight and shined, it shouldn't be anything sitting there. Well, obviously there's something sitting there blocking the pump. So it's a piece of clothing. I'm gonna show you how to get to that. I've already started taking this one apart, but on the back here with a little 1/4 nut drive, you can take off, there's a nut you take off here, and this little panel pops off, and then one right here. Right there. And once you take those 3 nuts off, it's extremely easy. On here, you just pull this forward and up. You kind of wiggle it a little bit forward and up. Okay. Now let me set this back so it doesn't bang. Set that back like that. Okay. Now on top here, you would have. Let me show you this piece here. I already took it off, but it rests right on top here, and there's just these little tabs right here. You take a flathead screwdriver and point it up into the tab, and you can pop it off. So it's actually pretty easy. You just kind of have to work your hand on all the tabs all the way around. Okay, now we take this off. Now what that's going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to see down in the side, and of course we can see whatever that is right down in there. Okay, let me see. Probably can't zoom and focus. There's something down there. It looks like, I don't know, maybe a pair of boxers or something. But what we're going to do, instead of taking this off, taking the bolt out, pulling all that out, there's a little hub you'd have to get through, or you'd have to use a spanner wrench. Take all this off. Hopefully we won't have to do that. We're going to try this method. Okay, we're going to reach down there with this guy. See if we can grab whatever it is, and hopefully, yeah, I can see that it is started to go into where that pump housing is. There's a little plastic piece. Let's see if we can get on this. Yeah, it doesn't really want to come out of there. Okay, if I can get it up far enough that I can get on it with a pair of pliers, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pull it up as far as I can and grab pliers and try to rip it out of there. And we got it out. Use my long needle-nose pliers. Some rust spots on that. Why would there be rust spots on it? There's probably a bobby pin or something down in there that would cause that little reaction to happen. And I don't see anything else down in there. What we're going to do now is we're going to test the pump and see if it'll go ahead and kick on and drain, because before it would not. You could hear the pump try to turn on, but nothing would go down the drain, and that's because that the clothing had kind of gone around where the water's supposed to go down and clogged it. So let's just check it real quick. Okay, we're going to close it back up. Now before we put the whole machine back together and test it, because what if I'm wrong? What if there is something else stuck down in there and we put it all back together and it doesn't work, and then we have to tear it all back down and take the tub out? So here's what we're going to do. Oh, and I can hear that pump actually trying to run right now. All right, so I stopped real quick so I could get 2 hands and kind of check it out, but actually added some water to it and it started draining fine. But that must have just been it trying to drain the water out from the last cycle it was on. So I allowed it to drain. So the drain does work now, but I'm going to show you how to test it manually because, you know, me plugging it in and giving it power and then the drain instantly turning on is probably not going to happen for you. But you hold this for 3 seconds if it does, and you can cancel it out. Anyway, now that we're on standby mode, we're going to turn this counterclockwise just a couple of times. We're going to start at the top. We're going to go right, 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 left, right. We're all lit up here. We're going to go to where these are both lit up. Hit start. You can kind of follow along. And from here, we're going to go all the way over till these 3 light up here. That's the pump. Hit it. And we've turned the pump on. And it is now draining the water out. So, big pair of boxers seem to be the issue. It works. So it's good to go. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. Obviously, lots of cleaning to do to refurb this machine and get it ready to go. But now I'm just going to put it back together in reverse order. But this is a quick way that you could check. So step 1, if your drain's not working, this video is only going to work for you if you tilt this back, tilt your machine back, and look up underneath. And if you can see a sock or a big pair of boxers or maybe a little winter glove or something, what happens is it'll work its way in. Sometimes if you overload the machine or if it goes off balance and it gets thrown up here, and then as this goes around, it slips down in, makes its way to the pump. So if you can tilt it back and you can see what's obstructing the pump and that it's blocked off the pump area, you know, then these tips here will work for you. But that being said, if your pump's not working, you tilt it back and use a flashlight and you don't see anything around the pump obstructing the pump at all, and maybe you pull that hose off the bottom and check that, and you can kind of look up in there and there's nothing obstructing it, there's nothing physically in the pump at all, might just need a new pump. You know, you could do this little test I showed you to try to check your pump on off, make sure your wire connections are on there real good. Sometimes excuse me, I've seen those actually pull out of the connector, so the connector's still on the pump and the wire's pulled out. In that case, you'd want to put a new end and crimp it on and check those connections real good. Sometimes moisture can get to those and can mess them up, but hopefully this video helps somebody out. It's a pretty simple, pretty easy fix. In this case, super easy fix. Now I've just got a lot of cleaning to do to get this washer going again, but I don't need to replace any parts, and I'm going to thoroughly test it. So we're still in test mode here. You could either just kill the power. What I like to do, turn it on, then as we turn it off, we're going to hold it for 3 seconds. And that's kind of like your kill all, is holding for 3 seconds. Okay, we'll shut the power off on that. And that's it. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you found it useful and valuable, please like, subscribe, and share. And if it saved you a whole bunch of money calling somebody out to fix this, my Venmo information is in the description if you're feeling so generous. My goal is to be doing these videos full-time, saving people a bunch of money and keeping these appliances working and out of the landfills. Thanks again, guys. Y'all have a great day.